الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الصلاة والسلام عليك يا سيدي يا رسول الله الصلاة والسلام عليك يا سيدي صلى الله عليه وآله وسلم.
शान महफिल मिलाद पाक में इज्जत इमाम मोहतरमुल मकाम जनाब साहबजादा वाला शान मद्दज़िल्लहुल तशरीफ लाए। हम मेज़बान महफिल की जानिब से आप सब की जानिब से अपनी जानिब से दिल की अथा गिराइयों से आपको खुशामदीद कहते हैं, अहलन व सहलन व मरहबा कहते हैं। आप आए रूहानी बहार आए खिताब फरमाते हैं जनाब।
अस्सलातु वस्सलामु अलैका या सय्यदी या रसूलल्लाह अस्सलातु वस्सलामु अलैका या सय्यदी या हबीबल्लाह सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि व आलिहि वसल्लम। Your Royal Highness Hazrat Qibla Pir Sahib, Your Royal Highness Hazrat Qibla Sahibzada wala Shan, propagators of the true faith, members of my beautiful family of the Bari Aliyah Muhammadiyya Eidgah Sharif, brothers and sisters in Islam and in Tariqat, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. It is indeed a great blessing from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that once again He has made it possible for us to gather in this holy place to do the zikr of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wa sallam. It is said, and it has been said on many occasions, and particularly by the shuyukh of the Bari Aliyah Muhammadiyya Eidgah Sharif, that whenever Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is pleased with anyone, He places the love of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wa sallam in their hearts. Since the beginning of this event, every speaker, every reciter has talked about the connection with Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. And I'm going to spend the next 2 or 3 minutes taking that message a little bit further forward in order that I may strengthen my connection, and through the story that I'm about to tell you, that we are all able to strengthen and deepen our connection with Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Telling stories is nothing new. Since the beginning of time to the end of time, stories have been told and stories will be told for one purpose and one purpose only, such that we learn from those stories, increase our iman and our connection to Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, and through that connection to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We gathered this afternoon at the house of a dear brother, and all of the things that our Shaykh al-Kamil talked about in 30 seconds, people for the last 2 hours have been elaborating. That is a special blessing and special foresight that the shuyukh of the Bari Aliyah Muhammadiyya Eidgah Sharif have. Consider a man, he dies, and he's in conversation with his Lord Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And he looks back at his life, and when he looks back at his life, he sees 2 sets of footsteps. Through all of his life, he sees 2 sets of footsteps together. But at key moments in his life, whenever he was troubled, whenever he faced a hardship, whenever he had a problem, whenever he had a difficulty, he looks back and he only sees 1 set of footsteps. And he thinks to himself that, and as he's conversing with his Lord, he says, "Oh Lord, At every trial, at every difficult moment in my life, I saw that I was alone. And through the rest of my life and through happy times, I saw you walking with me. We know that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has no footsteps, has no human attributes, but for the purposes of explaining, we can talk metaphorically. But he says that all throughout my happy times, I see you walking beside me, you walking alongside with me. But every time I suffered an affliction, and every time I suffered a hardship, I only saw my own 2 footsteps. I didn't see you anywhere near me. And that is the extent of our knowledge, the extent of our belief, or the extent of our thinking, that whenever we think that we are in a time of difficulty, that we are alone. Indeed we are not. And in this story, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells one of his creation that if you do look back, you are absolutely right that throughout most of your life there are 2 sets of footsteps, one yours and one mine. Where you are mistaken is this, that whenever you suffered an affliction, whenever you suffered a difficult moment, those footsteps that you thought that are yours were not yours, they were mine. That whenever you fell down, it was I, your Lord, who picked you up, cured your affliction, got you back on your own 2 feet, and we continue to walk. The man then started to think that what he thought, what he believed, was far from reality. And when he hears the truth from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he starts to think that I am a sinful person. I have not obeyed any one of God's commandments. I have not done my Creator any justice whatsoever. Why would it be then that my Lord, in my time of difficulty, would take me into his arms, would carry me through the period of that affliction, and then as I was able to stand on my own 2 feet through his kindness and through his generosity, he would walk alongside with me. So he asks Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he asks his Lord, my Lord, Ya Allah, why is it that you showed me kindness and generosity? And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala replies to him that the only reason why I showed you mercy, why I showed you kindness, is because you are an ummati of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. My brothers and sisters, through no effort of our own, through no wish of our own, through no hard work of ourselves, we have been granted the biggest honor of being the ummatis of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. And the greatest people who have ever been created, the Anbiya of their times, had one wish. They would offer Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala the whole of their kingdom, everything that they've been offered, they've been granted by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, just to be the ummati of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. We have, through no effort of our own, been rewarded with the best rewards to be the ummatis of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. That is the teachings that we get from the Bari Aliyah Muhammadiyya Eidgah. The purpose of our lives is to show gratitude to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for creating us as ummatis of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. And the purpose of events such as these, the purpose of the 6 weeks of the tour of the United Kingdom and Europe, that our shuyukh from the Bari Aliyah Muhammadiyya Eidgah leave everything behind and come in our midst, is this: to strengthen our connection to Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, and through that connection gain acceptance in the court of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept our presence here today. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala help us to understand the enormity of the responsibility that is placed upon us as ummatis of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala strengthen our connection with our shuyukh, with our Bari Aliyah Muhammadiyya Eidgah. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala help us to be together as we are today in the hereafter.